I don't think we can speak if we can't vibe. I don't mean to be mean, but I can't lie. We don't lose any sleep, working full time. Rolling up on the way, it's how we get by. All about the peace, I'm not a fighter. Practice what you preach, show you're a liar. I don't think we can speak if we can't vibe. I don't mean to be mean, but I can't lie. Oh, oh, you look incredible. We on a wire, never gonna fade, we getting higher. Money all the way, cooking every day, in the kitchen with the fire. We don't need luck, we living high now. When we go up, we never come down. I don't think we can speak if you can't fly. I don't mean to be mean, but I can't lie. Oh, oh, you look incredible. I don't mean to be mean, but I can't lie. We don't lose any sleep, working full time. Rolling up on the way, it's how we get by.
She told me I could be a little shit, and that ain't even half of it. I know she love me when she throws a fit, yeah. I ain't a player, but the glove fits, and she don't know the half of it. But I keep coming back, yeah, I keep coming back for more. Even though we fight together, we'll go together like clouds and weather. My golden treasure, I hope forever, but baby girl, for now. If it's 3 in the morning and you see that I'm calling, it ain't a booty call, we'll call it love. Hair tied up in your sweats, nothing on your Netflix and you're lonely. You could booty call, we'll call it love. Baby, do I have your permission? Come on. To kiss and love you every kind of way. She said, boy, you can't help me on this one condition. What's that? You look in my eyes, I promise to stay. Even though we fight together, we go together like clouds and weather. My golden treasure, I hope forever, but baby girl, for now. If it's 3 in the morning and you see that I'm calling, it ain't a booty call, we'll call it love. We'll call it love. Hair tied up in your sweats, nothing on your Netflix and you're lonely. Call me, you can booty call, we'll call it love. Call it love. We are sliding to my DM. I know you're looking for a reason. So I reply up, now I'm leaving. Yeah. If it's 3 in the morning and you see that I'm calling, it ain't a booty call, we'll call it love. Hair tied up in your sweats, nothing on your Netflix and you're lonely. Call me, you can booty call, we'll call
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Aspire Sports Show. I'm your host, Tyler, and along with me, I got my co-host here. We got Gigs here tonight and Ryan. Yo, what's up, my guys? How you doing tonight?
Going on.
Dandy.
So we got a game tonight. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the
Las Vegas Raiders.
There we go. I couldn't think for a second. Okay. So we got a good game tonight. I do think that this game is going to be a pretty good game. I'm looking forward to it. Real quick, right off the bat, who do you guys think wins? I'm assuming the Raiders. Or not the Raiders, the Ravens.
Yeah.
I want the Ravens, but something's telling me the Raiders might get the upset because I bet heavily on the Ravens.
Yeah.
And also,
I'd imagine everybody's probably going the Raiders.
NFL Live today, everyone said the Ravens. You know that's a recipe for disaster when everyone on ESPN says the same thing.
It's due for one of those, stupid things where the Raiders social media takes a picture of it and everybody counted us out kind of thing. Like, we've already seen that done 100 times. So, all right. So we got some stuff in the chat. Yo, what's up, Uzi? How you doing? Aspire Sports is the best. Hey, thank you. Aspire Sports is the best. I'm sad because Robert Woods got only 12 points while Cooper Kupp got 23. Yeah, hey, it is what it is. It's going to be like that each week. You're going to play one of them, the other one's going to go off. You're going to play the other one, the other one's going to go off. Really, Cooper Kupp should add another touchdown. He was like inches away from that touchdown too. AB plus Lockett reviewed received Keenan Allen 10 team 2 PPR. My other guys are Cooper, Julio, Sutton. Did I make a good trade or screw myself? I mean, me personally, I probably would have kept AB and Lockett, but if you want Keenan Allen, always go with your gut. Yo, what's up, Josh? How you doing? Aspire Sports, what's up? Hit the like button, everybody. Yes, J4, he gets it. My guy gets it in chat. Hit that like button if you appreciate the content. We have yo, what's up? I can never say his name. Didn't I say I was gonna just call him M or S. I was gonna call him S because his thing is S. Yo, what's up? I was at work counting down the hours till you went live. Oh, appreciate you, brother. Hey, that's nice of you. Thank you. Looks like the prop bet is 60.5 rush yards and 0.5 touchdowns for Tyson Williams. If I was a betting man, I would smash the over button by a mile. Do you guys like that? How do you guys feel this?
Is this how you say it? Saclane Mustak? Saclane Mustak? Tell me if that's right. Saclane Mustak.
Tell if it's that right. If it's right. How do you guys feel about that? The over 60 rushing yards for Tyson Williams. How do you guys feel?
I don't know. The only one thing that makes me nervous is obviously Lamar Jackson being another running back in the backfield. 60 is a pretty solid. I mean, we like Tyson Williams, but honestly, 60 seems like a bit of a high number for a guy that wasn't even the starter last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if it was Gus Edwards, how would you feel about that number?
60 would seem about right too for him.
Would you bet over or under for 60 for Gus?
I'd go over if it was Gus. Yeah. If it was Dobbins, I'd go over like 70 or 80.
Giggs would say 120 over.
That's right.
I do think that for me, I'd probably go under on Tyson Williams just because I'm not sure on it, but I could definitely see like him going over that number. But Saclan.
Really?
I think it's Saclan, possibly.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's going to be close. If he does come out and like, I honestly think he's a solid player from like everything that I've seen in training camp, preseason. Like I went back and watched his runs. He's pretty explosive. Like he looks good out there. So I hope he can really. It's another thing taking it from preseason to regular season. So hopefully he can look that good this week. I do think he scores a touchdown though. How do you guys feel about that?
Yeah. That's in one of the parlays I sent through to you guys, and I think they'll both be posted, and I'll go over both. But I do think he gets in the end zone. The thing about it is you gotta hope both of them get in the end zone because I feel like Lamar Jackson, I think, is the betting favorite to score an anytime touchdown tonight. So you just got to hope that both of them get in.
I saw what is the isn't it FanDuel that's doing the odd boost right now for Lamar Jackson? I feel like what I saw was like they juiced it a little bit. It's like plus 180. I think it was like his over for like total yards passing and rushing, and then also a touchdown score. I think it was honestly like 230 or something. I was like, gosh, I'll smash that. So Clam with the $5 donation. Hey, you guys are the best. Cheers from Phoenix. Hey, that's awesome. We got somebody from Phoenix, Arizona. What's up, my homie? Thank you for the donation. We appreciate you being part of the live stream, and we appreciate everybody being a part of the live stream. Thank you very much.
And real quick, let's give them some more props. What time is it in Phoenix, Arizona right now?
Are they actually on the West
like
Coast?
5:30 or
yeah.
When I was in Colorado, it was 2 hours behind.
Probably close to that then. I'd say Colorado in that time zone. What is that? The mountain time zone?
Yeah, mountain time.
That's right.
So it's probably there, I'd assume. Let us know what time is it there over Seclan, right? Seclan. Real quick, let me get back to some of these questions. With Fitzmagic now injured and Taylor Heineke starting, is it better for Antonio Gibson or no? Personally, I honestly think it. Okay, I made a video today, and maybe I'm a little bullish on Taylor Heineke, but I just think it's a better situation for this team. I'm not gonna lie. Fitzmagic is 39 years old. Okay, I wasn't really expecting a whole lot of him this upcoming season. I know that he can sling it, but like, let's be for real. How many teams has he played on? He goes on stretches where he looks good, and then also other stretches where he looks really bad. Taylor Heineke, there's a lot of stuff for him to prove, but he does have that like little bit of rushing upside with him where he can take off with his legs and it gives this offense another dimension. But I don't think it really makes a big difference for Taylor Heineke, to be honest.
Or Kyle, can you do something real quick? Can you look? I thought I saw something today that Gibson like slightly injured himself or something, and on a short week he should be able to play, but like there's some slight injury concern on a short week for Antonio Gibson.
It
might have been fantasy doc.
If he actually was targeted. I have to go back and look at that if he was targeted by Heineke. I know that he actually led this team in targets, I'm pretty sure, or something. He was really close. Let me see here. Will I be able to win? I have Lamar and Darren Waller left, and I'm down 23, and my opponent has no one. Yeah,
they're going to win.
I think Lamar could easily score that by himself. I mean, either one of them could honestly score that by himself. So one last one. Should I be worried with Keenan Allen because of Mike Williams? No, absolutely not. And should I be worried about Devontae Adams because of Rodgers? No, they'll be fine. The Packers had a tough matchup in week 1. I don't think a lot of people understand, especially like Aaron Jones. This is last year, the Saints gave up the fewest points to the running back position. So this was not going to be a good matchup for him. And really this offense, this is a really good defense in New Orleans, and just a really good team. So they got beat up. Next week, they get Detroit. Okay. They get Detroit next week. So start all your Packers. Start all of your Packers next week. And try to trade for any of them because, okay, I've had so many people over on TikTok ask me this question. Should I drop Zeke? Should I drop Zeke? I'm like, dude, are you kidding? One person was literally, should I drop Zeke for Elijah Mitchell? I was like, come on, man. You got to be kidding me right now. But the amount of questions I get over there is insane. I have people ask me, should I drop Aaron Jones? Should I drop Saquon? Like, people, it's week 1. Don't freak out. It's only week 1. It's going to be okay. A lot of these guys are going to be okay. There's going to be some that maybe they don't rebound. Like maybe Saquon's not that good this upcoming season, but it's only week 1. Don't freak out. That's my biggest advice to everybody.
Yeah.
Would you drop Zeke for Elijah Mitchell?
No, but if you are in leagues,
here's what I found out about Antonio Gibson. He was limited on Washington's practice estimate Monday. Gibson had his shoulder examined by the training staff during the season opener against the Chargers, but stayed in the game. His status for Thursday's game against the Giants isn't in danger, barring any setbacks. But Gibson's practice participation still will be worth monitoring through the week.
Well, that's good. He should be okay then, yeah. So what were you going to say, Ryan, about dropping Zeke for Elijah Mitchell?
What were we just talking? Oh yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like so if you are in a league where people are freaking out, like they're the type of people that don't really know what they're doing or freaking out, take advantage of them. Seriously,
100%.
Start
Yes.
lowballing offers to them, and then like if you send a offer that's really bad, time be like, hey, what's it gonna take to get this done? Like, can I add this person or something? Seriously,
Yeah.
if they're overreacting after week one, definitely just pummel them with trades.
100%. Another guy a lot of people were nervous about too is because I think there's two things. The first thing, the other player that people are nervous about is Najee Harris. So two guys that I think there's a lot of nervous people out there. Number one, Zeke, because number one, like a lot of people, Zeke is a really polarizing player in fantasy football where I think he's kind of like, it's either you love him or you hate him type of guy. Like, I don't think I think a lot of people hate him because last year he's disappointing and he plays for Dallas and people love to hate on Dallas. So I feel like there's some people out there that maybe drafted him because he was the highest player on their rankings at the time. And they're like, okay, I guess I'll take him. And they're not very confident. And after that week one, they're definitely like panicking a little bit. And then Najee Harris. I think a lot of people get nervous when it comes to rookie running backs and they don't want to really buy in the hype. And then they kind of draft somebody and they have a bad week one and they're like, oh gosh, maybe this is a terrible decision. Najee played on every single snap for the Pittsburgh Steelers offense in week one, every single snap. Do not be worried about Najee Harris. He's going to be fine. So
who else had really good? CEH had really good usage, like usage percentage. I think he played every snap. I think he played.
I need
CEH,
to go.
I think played every snap.
What the hell's on me? It's like a spider web. I see it on the camera too. What the hell? God. So I'm gonna kick it over to Giggs here though.
Well, he had all the or something. Maybe not every snap.
Giggs, how do you feel? What's your favorite bet for heading into tonight, or some of your bets?
I see a lot of people doing the under. I think I'm going to stay away from that one. I like Henry Ruggs over 38.5. There's actually a guy I follow on Twitter who posted that as his free play tonight. That was like one of his favorite bets for this game. And I think he's using Bet MGM or something. And the line already went up by 2 yards. It went up to 40.5. So I think as we get closer to tip off, like that's going to be, or kickoff. Sorry, I'm thinking basketball. I think that's going to be something that's moving upward because Henry Ruggs is now the number one there. You no longer have Aguilar. I know Darren Waller is probably his Carr's favorite target, but Henry Ruggs is going to be getting way more snaps. He's going to be getting way more looks. So I think he can have a big game tonight, especially with Marcus Peters being out.
Let's get to a couple questions in the chat right quick. Sorry for reposting this, but I think you missed. Who do you think beats or breaks out and has the better game tonight, Ruggs or Bryan Edwards? Well, Giggs thinks Henry Ruggs. Ryan, who would you say? Ruggs too?
Yeah, I agree. Me and Giggs talked about Ruggs in excess before the show started. I think Ruggs has a good game tonight, and I like him season long too, just because Nelson Aguilar's not there anymore, so I think he's back to his old ways from college, and it frees him up a little bit in this offense.
So I guess I'll be different. I'll say Bryan Edwards. I do think one of these guys are going to be have value this upcoming season. Which one we'll probably know tonight. But the Baltimore Ravens secondary did take a big hit with Marcus Peters being out. So there is some value here in these guys. And I think Bryan Edwards, because they've been really talking him up in camp as well. I mean, you have John Gruden talk up everybody really, but he was like, he could be TO. I don't know if he truly believes that. But he did have like really good workout metrics. Let me pull it up right quick with Bryan Edwards. He did have really good workout metrics. So let me just read them off real quick. Okay, maybe not the best. Maybe that was probably Henry Ruggs that I was honestly looking at, and his speeds. I know his speeds off the charts. So is his burst. Yeah, speed score is amazing as well. So it could definitely be Henry Ruggs, but I'll just be different. Say Bryan Edwards because his comparable is also Corey Davis, and we know that Corey Davis coming out of college was amazing. So, and he's a bigger guy. So we'll have to see. It's going to be very telling, but one of these guys is definitely going to hold value for season long. So we got 2 Ruggs. Who was that? AK, 2 Ruggs and 1 Edwards. I'm up by 12.5 points today. I have Tyson Williams. He has Waller standard league. Can I pull out the win? You're up by 12. Especially for like a standard league, yeah, I think you have a solid chance. Like it's standard's not quite as high scoring, and really it's not going to matter for all the receptions that Waller's probably going to have, and he's probably going to have to score a couple times. Could he do that? Yeah, but I also think that Williams can definitely score tonight as well. So I think you have a solid chance of winning. Who is that? James. Appreciate you being a part of the live show, James. Let's see, bro. I have your YouTube shorts about. Oh yeah, yeah. When I was drinking the bleach, honestly, that I was so. I think I said this yesterday, possibly, but when I made that TikTok, I I literally was like, I don't even think I'm gonna put a title because I know this is gonna on TikTok. It has nearly 1 million views. I was like, I know this is gonna blow up because it was right when that news happened, and I know everybody was probably thinking the same thing. So I was like, I'm not even gonna put a title on it. I know it's gonna blow up. Not to be cocky, but it's just those are hilarious. Like I love the ones where they're acting like, oh, I'm gonna jump. Oh no. Like those TikToks to me are so funny. And then of course TikTok, somebody disputes it. My other one's sitting there disputed, and I didn't win the appeal, but that one really quickly got to 40,000. People are babies. It's just a joke. It's a joke, you know. Hey, what's up, Yuzi? It looks like Cooper Kupp is the wide receiver one and favorite target by Stafford. He looks pretty good. I think it's going to kind of be a week to week thing, though. He even eats breakfast with Stafford. Yeah, they did mention to say that he eats breakfast with Stafford every single day. Like 2 hours, didn't they say that? Like before they comes into the game or something. I think he said he comes in.
Yeah, they're boys, best friends.
2 hours and eat breakfast. Hey, Aspire, keep doing what you're doing. Love you guys. Now who should I start tonight? Josh Jacobs or Ty Williams in a PPR league? And Sharon Parker. Who would you guys go? Josh Jacobs or Tyson Williams?
That's
in
tough.
a PPR league. I don't think PPR really matters for either one of these running backs, to be honest. I don't envision them catching many passes at all in this game. Me personally, I'll go with the favorites for Baltimore. So I'll go with Tyson Williams because I don't know what their implied total is. I think it's 28, 29. So they should have more scoring opportunities personally. And there's massive splits between Josh Jacobs when they win and games that they lose. So I'd go Tyson Williams. Who would you go, Rye?
I like Tyson Williams too. We kind of talked about this yesterday. The game script, but we talked about this Thursday too, and I ended up screwing ourselves. But I like the game script more for the running back for the Ravens because I think they have the lead. And we both talked. I think he gets in the end zone tonight, so I'll go Tyson Williams as well. I'm trying to look at what the applied total is.
Ratio at Uzi. What's the ratio? What's ratio?
Twitter slang.
Yeah, it is to it. Everybody says that now. What is it? The Cooper Kupp one and Stafford. Aspire Sports. Do you like Cooper Kupp or Robert Woods now with Stafford as QB for the whole season? To me, it hasn't changed. I think these guys are like neck and neck. I honestly think week to week it could change it. Who gets the more looks, who scores the touchdowns. Really, that's what it's going to come down to. Personally, I just think it's going to come down to who scores touchdowns. I think they're both fine plays every single week. This offense is going to be so good. How about you guys? How do you feel?
Yeah. I mean, it happened last year too. It's just whatever happens that week, whatever the matchup is, like it's completely week to week. But I did like when I was watching, it did come up in my head like, oh, they did just say they're best friends too. So it's just like that could actually play into it a little bit. I don't think as much as maybe people are making it out to be, but I do think that it will play into it a little bit. So I'll lean Cooper Kupp.
How about you, Giggs?
I think it's going to come down to matchup. I mean, yeah, Robert Woods only had like 26 yards, but he did get in the end zone. So he still had a decent day, not compared to that blown coverage where Kupp got the long touchdown. But that's not going to happen.
That was bad.
That's not going to happen every week. So if they're really locking up Kupp, you're going to expect Woods to get some love. And even Higbee. I think they're just going to spread the ball around. This is the first time Stafford has had multiple weapons on his team. Well, I mean, he did have Galladay, Hawkinson, and Marvin Jones last year, but when are all three of those guys on the field together? As long as Stafford's the quarterback, he's going to be giving you 2-3 touchdowns each week. And yeah, it's going to be a headache trying to choose between the two if you have them both on your team. But I think it could go either way. I'd lean Cooper Kupp as the favorite right now, Like that might be his guy. He's always been a red zone guy too, but Robert Woods, he's got big playability too. And I also like the fact that they usually run like reverses and stuff with him. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't panic on Woods. And if you're a Cooper Cup owner, you got to be excited.
Yeah, I think that they'll both be fine. They'll be okay. It's going to be week to week, and really, Cooper Cup had a really good matchup this week in the slot. Let's see. I need Waller to just get 36 points to get the dub. I'd say it's unlikely, but is it? It could have happened, certainly, especially in full point PPR. It could happen. At James Devlin, you cringe. Who's that? Oh, Ratio Square Sports is the best. I appreciate you. I see a lot of people betting Waller TD. Yeah, like his is 0.52, isn't it? His TD. Yeah, I would definitely bet the over. I think he, if anybody scores tonight, it would be him for the Raiders side. Like I felt good about that. That was actually when I was doing my stuff over on Underdog. He was the one that I liked to go over, and so was Tyson Williams. Those are two guys that I like to go over. So I agree with that. How do you guys think about Tyson or Darren Waller scoring?
Yeah, I like Darren Waller, but just real quick, if you are in like Pennsylvania, I don't know how many states they're illegal in, but there's a big profit boost on Darren Waller to score the first touchdown to like plus 1,200. Just for anyone that can bet in, I think.
What is that on?
1,200.
Yeah, plus 1,200 for a first touchdown on Barstool.
Oh, first touchdown.
On Barstool?
Yeah.
Um,
Matt,
real
For
quick,
sure, I
1,200
thought
anytime.
anytime touchdown. I was like, I'm gonna have to deposit some money.
before we, what are you saying? Talking about betting what his parlay? Hold on, let's get. Oh, yeah, talking about betting. If you guys want to bet tonight, Bet US. You can see it over here in the corner. I think it's this way, maybe that way. But Bet US. Bet US, you can click the link down below. Go over to Bet US. First time users get 125% sign up bonus to the sports book, and also the casino is really cool as well. It helps out the channel if you go and sign up and use our code. So if you want a new sports site to be able to get some free money on, go over there, win some money tonight, take out the money you deposited, and just play with house money. Bet US. And Warren Sapp is their spokesperson. Okay. So they're pretty legit. Okay. When you got Warren Sapp, I see a lot of people betting Waller TD. I got that one. Hey guys, thoughts on Amari Cooper? Sell high, or can he be a very good fantasy player for us? No, do not sell high. Him and CD could definitely be wide receiver ones this upcoming season. Dallas could easily lead the league. Dallas could easily lead the league in passing yards, passing attempts this upcoming season. So don't sell high on that guy. Higbee looks really good. I think he might have played close to 100% of the snaps. Yeah, especially with no more Gerald Everett there. Like he was a guy I liked heading into the season as a tight end.
I think Higbee was one of the other ones that played 100% of snaps
this week. And with Stafford as quarterback, I mean, we've already seen it with Higbee. He was a really good tight end. What was that, 2019, I think, when he had a really good season. And then last year he kind of split. He was disappointing. So he could definitely be there. Ratio times 2, Uzi, agree with that. Okay, James Devlin, let's get it. There's rumors per source that's going around on college football Reddit page that Urban Meyer is considering resigning. I mean, I would at this point. Jeez. How do you get beat up by freaking, how do you get beat up by them that bad? That's embarrassing. And the worst part is I actually looked at it. I was like, Carlos Hyde probably played on like half the snaps. James Robinson like outsnapped Carlos Hyde by like a good 20 snaps. It was like good 20, 25 snaps. Yet Carlos Hyde outtouched him. Why is that happening? Why the hell are you letting Carlos Hyde outtouch James Robinson? That's criminal.
Because Urban Meyer's Ohio State, and so is Carlos Hyde.
I know he's got that love, and it's so stupid. James Robinson is obviously the best back in this backfield. Get him the damn ball. What are you doing? Who is that? Somebody's ready to drop Najee? Don't do it. What should I do with Pittman? What do you guys think? I mean, it's
hold on to him.
Yeah, don't freak out yet. He'll be okay. What is your biggest, boldest prediction for tonight? Mine is that Williams has a show out and secures the starting job. I I mean, I'll go with that one too. If that's what it, I do think he showcases himself, and I really hope he does, so I can go over to all those people on TikTok and YouTube and say, hey, give him the looking eyes, a little creeper, like, oh, what's up? What's up? It's a guy on. It's hilarious because I said that to somebody this past weekend. So on Thursday night, I told someone to play Jalen Hurts over Dak, and then after the game, he said, "You guys stink." And I was like, okay, you're doing a victory lap after, Thursday night. What if Hurts goes out there and balls? Well, it turns out Jalen Hurts scores more points. So, of course, I remember that tweet, and I go back and I sent him the looking eyes, and I was like, wait, what's that? And he never responded. And I said, hi, he never responded. So, I'm not afraid of haters. Of course, I'll take the heat when it's needed. Like Ronald Jones, I was way wrong about that. But a lot of people think Le'Veon Bell was going to be the starter. Well, he's not even active tonight. Okay. He didn't even get activated. He's still on the practice squad. Come on now. Let's relax. What's your guys' boldest prediction for tonight?
Henry Ruggs coming out party.
Ooh.
I was literally going to say that, dude.
You think it goes over 100?
I was going to say over 100 and a touchdown or two. Was literally what I was queuing up to say.
You can say the same thing.
Hunter Renfrow coming out party.
That could happen too.
It could happen because what are they going to do with Marlon Humphrey? Last year, when one of these guys got hurt, they moved Marlon Humphrey to the outside, so they could do that. And Renfrow has a really good matchup in the slot. And actually, if they do that, Marlon Humphrey was really bad on the outside, so they'd be smart to keep him in the slot. But that's what they were doing last year, so we'll have to see. Should I trade Mixon for Hopkins? My other running backs are CMC, Jonathan Taylor, and Miles Sanders. My receivers are Amari and Robert Woods. Would you guys do that trade?
I would take able Hopkins. To start all of them, like all the players in it. Like, can you start your 4 running backs?
No, he can't start them. He would have to get rid of Mixon. Well, he can start Mixon, CMC, and Jonathan Taylor. He'd probably bench Miles Sanders.
Yeah, if you can't start all 4 of your running backs, then you might as well make the trade.
I would probably do that for Hopkins. Although I do love Joe Mixon, and he touched the ball 33 times. So there's a massive workload there for Joe Mixon. But DeAndre Hopkins could definitely be like wide receiver 1 this upcoming season. And he also has Tyson Williams, who's going to be a stud. So I would do that, yeah. And Trey Sermon. Should I start Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams, JT Gibson, or CEH? Start 2 at wide receiver and 1 at flex week 2.
Holy shit.
So I mean, I'm starting Devontae Adams for sure. I don't know what the matchups are, to be honest with you. I really haven't looked at week 2, but I would probably, with those guys, I would probably still go Devontae Adams, Keenan Allen, and then I'd have to look at the matchups. I don't know who the Colts are playing. I don't know who the Chargers are playing. It would be between those 2 guys.
I think the Colts might be playing the Saints. I don't know why. I'll get those games up right now.
If that's the case, I want to like him. I would go Gibson. But yeah, Gig's going to look that up. We'll tell you. I'm just concerned about Woods, to be honest. That's fine. Like, if you're concerned, go for it. I think that's a pretty fair trade. Like, I think that's good on both sides. In redraft, wait, was that one? In redraft, I get rid of Pittman and Mooney and pick up Mitchell and Jalen. No, I wouldn't do that. I would, if I'm doing anything personally, I would drop Darnell Mooney and pick up Mitchell. Personally, I'm not that huge on Darnell Mooney. I think there's more potential for a starting running back there than potential for Mooney, in my opinion. How about Jalen Hurts or Jalen? I'm assuming, is that Jalen Reagor? I'm assuming it's Jalen Reagor. How do you feel about him, Ryan?
I mean, he was good, and I mean, he got a decent amount of targets, which is up from last year. And they said he's like a new person. But personally, I don't even. Who do you say would you drop for?
Pittman and Mooney.
I mean, I like Pittman. I know this was an off week for him, but I like him season long. I don't know if I would do.
He's definitely, like, I would drop Mooney personally. Well, I would drop him for Mitchell, but I would definitely keep Pittman. Like, he would be the absolute, like, if you want to pick up one of those guys, Mooney, I would drop Mooney over Pittman. Giggs, do you have the games? Rams. Oh, who do the Washington football team play? Do you have that?
They play the
Giants Thursday night.
Oh yeah, because the injury. I mean, David Montgomery did look pretty good.
He did. I missed the long run. I don't know how many yards he got on that run, but I think
was
that
it like
really helped his
30 or
stats.
40. But he
He
like
looked good all day.
yeah, they're actually opening up some running lanes for him. So with the best running team, I might go. And a lot of people were nervous about Jonathan Taylor. He saw 6 targets, I believe, caught all 6 targets for 60 yards. So obviously, it's not like he's not going to catch any passes. I'd probably go Jonathan Taylor personally, but it is close. I mean,
Jonathan Taylor was he was going like first 7 picks of drafts before
yeah,
the
and then it
Carson
never
Wentz and Quentin
readjusted.
Nelson. Yeah. So, I mean, I still think Jonathan Taylor is going to be a monster, even though they just paid Naheem Hines and you expect him to get a lot of the passing work. But I think Jonathan Taylor is just someone you start every week.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. What should I do with Najee and Julio? Keep them both. Don't they had bad games? I mean, me personally, I saw this game as a like must start for Julio and then sell high. Now that he didn't have a good game, like his value is pretty low, so you got to keep him on your roster. I wasn't a huge fan heading into the season, but keep him on your roster. Better days will be ahead. What did you guys eat today? He's upset. He loves asking us that question. He likes to. I'm assuming you're a big food guy. I mean, me too. I love food. I'll start real quick. So I just had hamburgers and French fries, but like homemade French fries, like actually cut potatoes and stuff. So it wasn't like Burger King or something. With some cucumbers. So nothing too crazy. Yeah, trying to watch the weight a little bit. What about you guys?
Chicken fajitas.
Ooh, that sounds pretty good. What about you,
All
Ryan?
right. My lunch, I haven't eaten since lunch, but my lunch was Moe's Monday.
Oh,
Nice.
nice,
Hey.
nice. I only one time a day. Well, usually, sometimes I'll eat lunch, but usually it's just dinner is when I eat. Um, and I of course drink some coffee and water. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate everybody being a part of the live stream tonight. I know we're going a little bit slower, but we're talking. We got to give everybody some good advice. Thoughts on Corey Davis? Actually, I dropped one or I missed one. I have Kyler, Dalvin, Mike, Adams. Mike, is that Mike Davis? I'm assuming Adams, Hopkins, Keenan Allen, Kareem Hunt, Julio Goddard, Kansas City defense with Connor Pittman, Mooney, Tony Jones, and Latavius Murray. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Who is that? MB? I like Tony Jones. Somebody was laughing at me because I said pick up Tony Jones. I think Tony Jones is going to be fine this upcoming season. Like, of course, you don't really want to start him yet. But if anything were to happen to Alvin Kamara, like he's definitely the guy and he has top 20 potential. Thoughts on Corey Davis? Corey Davis was a stud. I mean, he's a guy that I've been talking about all offseason.
I was going to say, you've been talking about him for a while.
Yeah, like Corey. I mean, I have him. I had 3 dynasty drafts this past offseason. I drafted him in every single dynasty league. I think there's a lot of potential with Corey Davis. I know Elijah Moore had a shit game. Really, Zach Wilson wasn't that good in this game. Better days are ahead for those 2 guys, but Corey Davis is really locked and loaded. As honestly, I'd say a wide receiver 2 with wide receiver 1 upside though. He's solid.
I got laughed at the one league I drafted Corey Davis in. They laughed at me, and then they were just like, I don't know. He must have just looked at a name and decided to pick someone.
Yeah, a lot of people don't prepare for the drafts. At least they think they prepare because they go and watch like 4 YouTube videos, and they're prepared. But yeah,
unless they're Aspire Sports, those 4 don't count.
Yeah.
I got Corey Davis with my second to last pick in a 2 QB league, and that's going to be my steal of the draft, probably.
Yeah, probably. He does, and I wouldn't say like he's a solid player, but I honestly do view him as like a true wide receiver 2 for NFL teams. But the fact that Zach Wilson just loves him and really targets him a lot and kind of looks his way is also really good. So.
Did Crowder play?
I don't know if Crowder played. I don't think so. I think Crowder is ruled out. And that's why what's that dude's name? Barrios or whatever that dude's name is.
Yeah.
What's that dude's name? Yeah, he had a decent game because he started
Braxton.
Barrios.
That's Braxton.
Okay. No one at MB. What's that? Where are we supposed to
He
go?
said no one asked. He said no one asked, whatever MB said.
Oh, no one really asked. Oh, okay. I don't know. I need a huge game out of one of my running backs, Williams or Jacobs. Personally, who would you guys go? I would go, if you're looking for big upside, I just think, me personally, I would go Williams because, once again, like, I don't think that the Raiders win. And I don't think a lot of people think the Raiders are going to win. Could they win? Certainly. But in games that they lost last year, there was massive splits between Josh Jacobs. He was outside the top 30 on points per game. In games that they lost in top 20, or he was RB4 in games that they won. So I guess it's how you view the Raiders tonight is how I would answer that question. Do you think the Raiders win? If you don't, then I would go Williams. If you think they win, go Jacobs. How do you guys feel?
No, I agree.
I'm gonna go Williams.
Mhm.
I just feel more confident with. I'm not a big fan of Raiders offense this year. I know I was just saying Henry Ruggs potential breakout player, but the offensive line is not as good as it was last year, and Kenyon Drake is a real threat to take away touches from Jacobs. Jacobs, I know it was just an illness. It's not like he was hurt coming into this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kenyon Drake gets in the mix more than people expect.
And I will say, also, I think it's good for Williams that they didn't call up Le'Veon, like that they stayed with Murray, and really it's Trent Cannon, I believe his name is. He was a Jets guy. He's more of a special teamer. So really they're going with those three backs, and that's it. They didn't even call up Freeman either. So I think that's really good for Williams in this game. So I like him. You told me to start Mixon, and he did not score 70 points. Someone subbing. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. He did score a lot, though. Was he like RB? He probably was in the top 5, I'm assuming. Top 3, maybe, for RB scoring this week. Who was RB1? Was it
CMC? I
did
believe.
CMC score a touchdown?
He didn't. He didn't.
He
score a
just
touchdown.
had a million catches.
I'm gonna check it right now. I answer the next. Do any of you have the chat pulled up real quick?
Yeah, I have it.
Where are we at?
What's up? What's up? Is there any way Lamar Jackson gets 60 points tonight? Because I really need it.
No, not happening.
60s. That's all. That's a lot of points. Yeah, I'm gonna get it out tonight.
Should I buy low on Barkley?
I would. Yes. Real quick, Christian McCaffrey was RB1. Joe Mixon was RB2. DeAndre Swift was RB3, baby. Woo! I feel good about that one. Then you had Jamal Williams was RB4. How about that? How about those backs? I think Jared Goff is definitely in the discussion as a streamable option. I mean, he threw the ball, I think 58 times, 59 times. They're going to throw the ball a shit ton in Detroit. I mean, that defense, they just lost their star cornerback in Jeffrey Okudah, which actually might be better for this defense, to be honest with you, that he tore his Achilles, unfortunately. But this defense is very bad in Detroit. So they're going to be throwing the ball a lot. So he's definitely a streamable type of guy.
Hey, Ty.
What?
You want to just run? You want to run through the chat real quick? We're like 10 minutes behind. If you just want to answer a bunch in a row,
I'll go ahead. All right, I got this, and then we'll do some betting stuff. All right, so where am I at? Okay.
Packers playing Detroit week 2.
Packers playing. Yes, start all your Packers players. Chargers versus Cowboys week 2. Ooh, that's a good game. Can you rate my team? I am in a 2-team league with my little brother. I have him at home. Come on. I mean, how are you not going to get 100%? Like, come on. 2-team league. Hurts, not Rager. Oh, if it's Jalen Hurts, I mean, it depends on who you need as a quarterback. If you need somebody, like definitely Mooney, I would drop for Hurts. What about Sermon? So Sermon, it's going to be really telling. I don't feel confident about the situation. I am a little bit worried that it was a healthy scratch. And you already had Kyle Shanahan come out and say, like, the 3 best running backs were the guys that they had go into this game. So it's a little concerning. Do you think that Sermon will take over the starting job anytime soon? Once again, we have to just see what the word is early on. He will have a chance, but I honestly believe that Elijah Mitchell's going to be the guy. I think it's going to also be a really it can be frustrating week to week. Ramsey didn't look that great. No, they honestly didn't look that great too. I agree with you. They did not look that great. Let's see. Should I start CH or Gibson PPR week 2? I don't know who the Chiefs play. Can somebody look that up for me real quick, or do you know? They're looking it up. I'll tell you. Mitchell, Ingram, Sermon, Hyde, or Tyson Williams. Tyson Williams. Thoughts about Callaway? Really, Jameis Winston didn't have to do a whole lot. He threw some touchdowns, but he had under. They played Baltimore Prime, who CEH does.
Yep.
I would go Gibson. Callaway's going to be fine. Really, the Saints beat up on this team. They didn't need to throw the ball a whole lot. I know Jameis had 5 touchdowns, but he had under 2. I think he had 154 passing yards in this game, so they didn't need it. Yeah, Mike Davis, not Mike Adams, or always mix those names up, but I set the lineup for context in my about dropping. Yes, I would drop Mooney. Mooney would be the guy that I would drop. The Raiders. Yes, MP. How's it going, MP? Mixon was amazing. Mixon was amazing. He had 27 points, like 98 rushing yards, 90 receiving yards. Who was that? Was that Mixon?
That
Or
was
was that
CMC.
CMC? Yeah, CMC. He
Yeah.
might go for 1,000 again, honestly. Jacobs will prove his haters wrong. Of course, MP is going to say that. Waller out for revenge. I think Waller's going to have a big game. Thoughts on Mike Williams? Mike Williams was impressive. I have to go back and really watch the tape on Mike Williams and look at the stats, though. But I did see his final stat line, and it was good against a really good defense in Washington. Herbert Slade. Good problem on my hands in my big league. Zeke, Najee, Swift are my RBs. Connor's RB4. Have waiver priority. Elijah Mitchell is the move. Pick him up or no, I would definitely pick up Elijah Mitchell 100%. Man, remember I said Mixon bold prediction 1 so close. Yes, you did.
I do
He was
remember
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
Drop Connors for Singletary. Yeah, right now I would. I mean, Zach
Yeah.
Moss was a healthy scratch, which is concerning for Zach Moss. And it's like buffering. Is that just my internet for our live stream? Is
Yeah,
anybody
because
else's-
the Zoom's working.
Well, I'm gonna have to wait because I'll have to go back and answer these questions. All right. So where was I at then? Drop. Oh no, I would keep Singletary. If I missed any of your questions, please feel free to ask them again. Ravens versus Chiefs. What's your guys' snack of choice for the game? Mine. Oh, hot chips with with Gushers. That's a good combo. That's a nice combo. I never thought of that. I do love hot chips though. I'm a big hot chips kind of guy.